welcome table. We're gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Hallelujah. We're gonna sit at the welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Amen. So this African American spiritual is rooted in the powerful practice of an oppressed people celebrating in advance future salvation. Singing of this yet to come deliverance brought them present moment connection with their God and with each other, strength which they needed to survive. Now, by the time of the civil rights movement, the song had evolved into a prophetic anthem of change. Its singers were committed to bringing about in this life, this country, this city. And we here are still singing and working towards this vision of beloved community. Amen? Amen. All right, now so hold that vision close to your hearts. Because I want to invite us just for a moment to focus on a less metaphorical table. A table most of us will soon be sitting around in one place and or another on Thanksgiving Day. Because friends, here's my testimony. If we can experience the welcome table there, amongst family, friends, sisters, brothers, sons, daughters, and fathers and mothers, mothers-in-law, wicked, evil step-parents, ever misbehaving stepchildren, and crazy uncles, and crying babies, and derelict, wayward cousins, and fundamentalist, homophobic grandparents, and hormonally raging, angsty teenagers, family given and family chosen all together. If we can experience the welcome table there, well then we're well on our way to another way. All right? Because sometimes home can be one of the hardest places to come together. But if we can't experience genuine welcome there, then where? So here's what I want to lift up for us as the holiday table approaches in order to help make our Thanksgiving tables into real welcome tables. We need to pay attention to the difference between a vision of welcome, for example, and a myth. Because like a lot of holidays, Thanksgiving has a pretty healthy dose of mythology behind it. Now, let's be honest, it's an overdose, right? But we can feel mythological pressure around the holidays amongst family and friends, too. Holidays are supposed to be a time for merriment, you know? Turkey must be just so, guests smiling, and the conversation have a natural and easy flow. Everyone visibly grateful, but it ain't necessarily so. When gathered around an average Thanksgiving table, say a dozen family and friends, likely sits financial concerns, resentment, definitely loss and grief, addiction, sickness, fear of aging, fear of failing, tensions in relationships, identity, struggles, body image, anxiety, depression, chronic pain, you name it, just like church. Now for me, I'm going to confess something here, but I'm hoping I'm not totally alone in this. See, I always seem to have a knack of either just having broken up with or just being about to break up with that wonderful woman that everyone was just waiting to hear wonderful things about at the holidays. Has anybody ever been blessed with that time in their lives before? Yeah? Okay, at least one person. I'm not alone. All right, good. You know, so I'd be sitting there feeling pretty blue. smiling nobly as I pass the rolls or the potatoes and gravy or the cranberry gelatin, but feeling pretty isolated in my loss, alone in a crowded room. Has anyone ever felt alone in a crowded room at the holidays? Yeah? Now, I want to be clear, my family was incredibly loving. There was no mistaking that, for which I'm so grateful, but we just weren't naturally gifted with keeping it real around the holiday table, We'd be more inclined to, say, tackle peace in the Middle East than give our attention to anything that might be obstructing peace in our own lives. But we've gotten better. And what I think we've learned, and what I wanted to remind all of us today is, if we want to get to real gratitude, if we want everyone to feel welcome at our table, then we can't pretend we're already there. Because that's the myth. And it's a roadblock to love's power to really bring us to our heart's longing, to that vision. We've got to start with what's real and then reach together. Now, I'm not trying to dampen the holiday spirit here, because we've all got burdens. We're all going through it. But that's exactly the point. We're all going through it. We're not alone. And we are going through it. You are moving through it, whatever it is. And when, from that authentic place of need, we open up to the care of family and friends, when from this place we come together open to the possibility of love amongst us, within us, when from this place we offer not just another good quid pro quo Unitarian holiday grace, but a genuine prayer of our hearts, reaching to God, reaching to the source of love, however understood, inviting that presence to be with us and those with whom we come together. When we do that, then we will find that we are coming together. We are moving through our obstacles, coming ever closer to that vision of welcome. And we will have that and so much more for which to give our thanks and praise. And what we practice at home, we can bring to the world. All right, so here's my holiday charge. I know for most of you who might be resonating with some of this message, you can't just go changing the whole holiday dynamic in our homes in one foul swoop, right? But give this gift to yourself and your table mates by finding at least one ally to help keep it real around the table this year, to help make way for that strength we need in connection. And even if you can't find an in-person co-conspirator, remember this: you are still not reaching alone. Amen.